YouTube! Today I wanted to show you how to make all natural do-it-yourself toilet bombs. So what you'll need is citric acid. This is the brand that I chose. It was a brand that I saw online at Amazon.com. It's edible, like I said, all natural. Pure baking soda. This is the brand I get. It's just from Sam's Club. And then borax. This borax, I chose this recipe because I had a bunch of borax left from my do-it-yourself laundry detergent. Borax is a little controversial, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to use up what I have here. I got it at Walmart. Something to put your tablets after you make everything. Something to put them in. So this is what I have here. They have stuff in them because I had just made a batch a few days ago because I wanted to try them out. So these are silicone little cupcake little liners. A half a cup, because everything that you'll use here, you need a half a cup of everything. Your choice of essential oils. So I chose orange and tea tree. This is what I had on hand. They're both cleansing. They have their own great properties. So that's just what I chose, and a bag to put everything in. I chose the bag method opposed to the other method where you put it in a bowl because I'm pregnant and I just wanted to make sure that while I'm mixing everything, I didn't get anything up in my system, or tried to eliminate what I could. So what you're going to do is take your half cup and put half a cup of all three of these in a bag. So let's do that now. Okay, so I have everything in my bag here. What I'm going to do with the bag is just get some of this out of the way. What I'm going to do with the bag is just kind of mix everything up, make sure everything's all mixed together. And then after I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of water. Just a few drops of water in there, and then check the consistency of it. Okay, so I took my bag, and I have this spray bottle here full of water, and I just sprayed 6 little squirts in there, mixed it all around, tried to check my consistency. It's still pretty powdery, so I'm looking for kind of like a pie consistency. By the way, when I am mixing things up, I seal the bag. I push all the air out and then I seal the bag. And then as I'm mixing things around, the air kind of goes back in there, and that's just from the consistencies and everything working together. So what I'm going to do is take one of my essential oils. I'm going to use orange here and just put some drops of oil. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So about 20 got in there, that's fine. And then I'm going to do about 5 drops of the tea tree oil. And then I'm going to mix it all together again. Okay, so I got everything kind of mixed around, and then I sprayed just 2 more sprays into my bag. I mixed everything up, and you know it's ready when you squeeze a clump, and the clump kind of sticks together. So similar to pie dough, okay? So I'm trying to see if I can show you here. Yeah, so see, it's just about ready there. So I might want to spray just a few more sprays, and then see if I have a good consistency. The reason why you want to spray just a few sprays at a time is because you don't want it to foam up too much, because that's how it works. It foams up and that's how it cleans. So see, we just need a little bit more to make it a little bit harder. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the consistency here. So I just took like a chunk and then see how it just came off. I hope you can see that. And now there's like a chunk in there. So what I'm going to do now is some people just dig their hand right in there and then put it in whatever mold they want. I use a spoon just because I, you know, don't want to touch more stuff than what I have to, you know, especially with the borax and everything, just because I'm pregnant and I just like to be extra safe when I'm mixing things. So I am going to put some in these silicone molds, and then I'll show you what goes on next. All right, so here they all are packed in. So you can see how full I made them. So before, when I made them, I made them like a third full, like literally like up to there. So I used all 24 plus a few of my little cupcake liners. You don't have to use any kind of liner either. A lot of people just scoop it out with a spoon and put it on some kind of wax paper or on a cookie sheet. So then what I did was I just took the substance and pushed it down with my spoon. That way it would get nice and packed in there. If you want them to look nicer, I would definitely like take the time and pack them in there. My first couple of rounds, I didn't. I barely packed them at all. I just put them in there and they were just fine. So then you want to let these dry for about 48 hours. My first batch I only let dry 24 hours, and then when I put them in the jar to store, they all just kind of melted together. And then I could pull them apart, but it was kind of hard. So anyway, I would just recommend letting them dry for 24 hours. Where I got this recipe was several websites. So if you just Google the recipe, I'm sure there's several sites that will pull up for you. And then several of them will say dry 24 hours. Some of them will say dry for 3 days. You know, some of them just say for a few hours. But that's what I have found to be the best, is at least 2 days. I put them in this box here. That way I could just transport them really easily. I'm put them, it's just, you know, an Amazon box I got. I just put them on top of the refrigerator for now. Coco, stop playing. And that's why, you know, I basically, Coco, stop playing. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do here. And then when they are all dry, you can just put them in a nice, they'll come out hard. See, right now they're still a little pliable, and they'll dry hard, and then you can just put them in a nice jar next to your toilet labeled toilet bombs. So what a toilet bomb is, in case you don't know, is a quote unquote like fizzy, almost looks like a bath bomb, you know, it just fizzes up your toilet and makes it clean. So I've seen a lot of videos of people putting these in their toilet, their really nasty toilet, and it's just coming out all nice and fresh and clean. I tried that with mine. I did not wash my toilet or anything, and people came over. So it wasn't just like my family. People came over and also used our toilet, and I didn't clean it for a week. And then I used one of these. It wasn't enough. I used 2 of these. It wasn't enough. I used 5 of these. It wasn't enough. So I ended up just scrubbing like my toilet. But it did come out much cleaner, and they did help ever since I like cleaned the toilet and then just put these in kind of sparingly, you know. And that's one reason why I made these ones thicker than the other batches I have made. Is because I want to not have to put them in the toilet as often. That would be my recommendation. Don't wait till your toilet's like all nasty and gross. So let's say someone goes in they use your restroom and it's not smelling very great. These are really nice to just plop in the toilet really fast, because you're not taking the time to clean your toilet. But it does give it like this fresher, nicer smell, and it doesn't smell like someone just used the toilet, and you don't always want to be smelling that. I found this, the reason why I did this recipe was because I thought it would be great, especially like expecting a new baby. I have people right now coming over like here and there, and I don't always expect them to come over. Sometimes they just come over like on a whim, so it's nice to just kind of take one of these, plop it in the toilet instead of having to like scrub your toilet, you know, because you always want your stuff to look nice and fresh and clean all the time. That's just a good hostess thing. So anyway, these are great, and they smell really, really nice. And then when you put them in the toilet, it's not an overwhelming smell. It's just a clean smell, if that makes sense. So I hope you've enjoyed these, YouTube. We're going to let these dry, and then I'm just going to stick them in a mason jar that's labeled toilet bombs and put them by the toilet. And a lot of people know what they are. A lot of people use them, but at least I know what they are and how to use them, and just use them as sparingly or as much as I want. So let me know if you have any comments. Oh, one more thing. A lot of people also put food coloring in their toilet bombs. I just like mine white. I think they look great. Have a great day. Thanks, YouTube.